May the peace of the Lord be with you all. As we bring to you the readings of today's Holy Mass, come, let us now listen to the Word of God. March 17, 2026. Optional Memorial of Saint Patrick, Bishop.
A reading from the book of Prophet Ezekiel. Then the angel brought me, Ezekiel, back to the entrance of the temple. There, water was flowing from below the threshold of the temple toward the east, for the temple faced east, and the water was flowing down from below the south end of the threshold of the temple, south of the altar. Then he brought me out by way of the north gate, and led me around on the outside to the outer gate that faces toward the east, and the water was coming out on the south side. Going on eastward with a cord in his hand, the man measured 1,000 cubits, and then led me through the water, and it was ankle deep. Again he measured 1,000, and led me through the water, and it was knee deep. Again he measured 1,000, and led me through the water, and it was up to the waist. Again he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not cross, for the water had risen. It was deep enough to swim in, a river that could not be crossed. He said to me, "Mortal, have you seen this?" Then he led me back along the bank of the river. As I came back, I saw on the bank of the river a great many trees on one side and on the other. He said to me, "This water flows toward the eastern region and goes down into the Arabah, and when it enters the sea of stagnant waters, the water will become fresh. Wherever the river goes, every living creature that swarms will live, and there will be very many fish, once these waters reach there. It will become fresh, and everything will live where the river goes. On the banks, on both sides of the river, there will grow all kinds of trees for food. Their leaves will not wither nor their fruit fail, but they will bear fresh fruit every month, because the water for them flows from the sanctuary. Their fruit will be for food, and their leaves for healing." The Word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. The response is, "The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge." God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, though the mountains shake in the heart of the sea. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of the city, it shall not be moved, God will help it when the morning dawns. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord, see what desolations he has brought on the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our refuge. Create in me a clean heart, O God, restore to me the joy of your salvation.
A reading from the Holy Gospel, according to John. After this there was a festival of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now in Jerusalem by the sheep gate there is a pool, called in Hebrew Bethzatha, which has 5 porticos. In these lay many invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been there a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I am making my way, someone else steps down ahead of me." Jesus said to him, "Stand up, take your mat and walk." At once the man was made well, and he took up his mat and began to walk. Now that day was a Sabbath. So the Jews said to the man who had been cured, "It is the Sabbath, it is not lawful for you to carry your mat." But he answered them, "The man who made me well said to me, 'Take up your mat and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is the man who said to you, 'Take it up and walk'?" Now the man who had been healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had disappeared in the crowd that was there. Later Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "See, you have been made well. Do not sin any more, so that nothing worse happens to you." The man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had made him well. Therefore the Jews started persecuting Jesus, because he was doing such things on the Sabbath. The Gospel of the Lord.
Oops. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Hello, 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 everyone. Today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad and raise a toast to St. Patrick. It is good to see everyone today, especially Slothy. It's great to see you. Our resident Irishman has popped in. It's saying that you look up to St. Patrick, as you should. He is, for me, it's a common Catholic tradition to pick a saint to pray with and read up about and seek out, meditate on it as an example every year. The very first year that my family started participating in that tradition, St. Patrick was the saint that I got. So he has a very special relationship because I'm always, not just studying the one that I get the new year, but I'm also looking back. And he was very foundational to my life. St. Patrick's breastplate was a prayer I said basically every morning for the entirety of high school. He's an incredible man, and he did something that few can contend with. He is an early bishop, a very early church. He creates, not only does he effectively convert solo, not entirely solo, but effectively, close to it, an entire nation, at the time. But he, in doing so, makes it such a part of their culture, weaves it so fluidly, so perfectly into their lives, so fully and neatly into their lives, that there is, to this day, you could still, in Latin Rite Catholicism, for someone who doesn't understand what that means, it kind of just like Western Catholicism, we have, there's 23 different rites in the Catholic Church, I believe. But there's really just like two sort of archetypes. There's Italian and there's Irish. And Irish is not just like the nation of Ireland, obviously, as Italian is not just the nation of Italy, but it's like half of the Western world. The entire way in which they approach their faith is at its heart Irish. Ireland also, part of that is Ireland producing such an incredible amount of priests that they were, for a long period of time, sent all over the world to make up for priest shortages elsewhere because they just had so many. And that is an incredible testament to his legacy, to the Irish people as well. Cheers to you, Slothy. I also listened to his breastplate. There's someone who put a great video with it as well on his feast day. I got to say with Gibbon in the new place. That's where I was on St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, so, I did a whole video last year breaking down St. Patrick, or not, breaking down is a bad word for it, covering St. Patrick, breaking down his life story. And we did a full halftime show on that. Since we did a halftime show last night and we're really only doing one a week now, I decided to let this week be about St. Joseph this year. If you want to see the stuff I did on St. Patrick, you can search that up on my YouTube. Go back and find that VOD. We were very thorough. So today we're just going to kind of celebrate him. We'll have this in memory of him, even though I don't love the fact at all that drinking is really a part of a Catholic saint's feast day. I, in fact, take it as a personal slight and is highly irreverent. I get it on the one hand that, pub culture has always been somewhat of a core to the Irish identity. St. Patrick certainly would have been, a part of that more or less, especially since Catholicism has always been very big on alcohol, but has also never been big on drunkenness. And so we see as, we head into a sort of a godless world in a lot of places, that's, that goes to the extent of gluttony, and heathenism, opens it up to being kind of this perverted form of that celebration, which is, I've always considered disrespectful in the sense that, it is not a secular holiday. It's a Catholic holiday. It's named after a saint. The least you could do is, honor him and the culture he comes from in doing so. Yeah, that always bugs me, people, I get that people, want to, have that time, that relaxation, that fun in their lives. They feel they don't get it a lot. They're looking forward to that day. On the one hand, I kind of get it, and they see that as an opportunity to do that. On the other hand, I don't particularly care for inferior ones. Like, it's maybe if you had more God in your life, frankly, or just anything good, your life would not be so shallow and pathetic that you would need constant instances of knocking yourself out just to get through it. So how about let our day be our day and you shove it because it's not your holiday? Is frankly how I feel about it. Just triple the fine for public intoxication on St. Patrick's Day. That's my opinion. But I digress. It is something I get a little bit fired up about. I love St. Patrick, and I love St. Patrick's Day, and it should be a very holy day. And there, are a lot of places that celebrate it with proper processions and stuff like that, and a healthy, participation in pub culture and so on and so forth. I'm here, I'm not afraid to drink an alcohol in his honor today, but alcoholic beverage in his honor. But just something I'm very passionate about. Never taken that well. If you're going to do such things, at least be honest enough to make your own holidays instead of just taking from the culture and religion that built your civilization. Least you could do is make your own holiday. But I got a nice little St. Patrick holy card here from Our Lady of Victory. I can, interesting, they don't have his breastplate on there. It was a gift to me yesterday, so I haven't really had a chance to look at it. But I can say this prayer, and then I'll pull up. We're waiting for Jay to go live and get here for Ready Not anyway, so I can read this prayer, and I'll show you guys a video of St. Patrick's breastplate. We'll find a good one, and we'll hang out, talk about him. Ireland's definitely needed more priests, absolutely. Slothy, it unfortunately was a big issue with how integral the priesthood was to Irish culture, and how much of a massive thing that it was. Is just a very normal thing. A priest is someone you encounter in day-to-day life. The scandal, the blown out of proportion scandal, was decimated the faith in Ireland, either making people totally walk away, or step into more of a cultural sense instead of really being faithful to religion, kind of walking away from the institution, the church itself. Of course, we've been over a million times. Of course, the scandal did happen. Of course, it's awful. Of course, it shouldn't have been covered up. Of course, those people should be brought to justice, theoretically hanged. But in the same vein, like the Catholic Church of just about any institution in the world is probably to this day still the least likely to have a position of authority abuse a minor, whether you take that as government institutions, secular institutions, or the clergy of other religions. It is basically the undefeated champion. So it's was not a good faith kind of thing, though it didn't need to be called out. It just should have been an awakening to everyone instead of just us in particular. But it kind of goes to show who people consider to be the most important and genuinely the most holy, because that's where, why I felt like the biggest betrayal. Asking for a friend, how are you? St. Patrick's Day period in Belfast actually goes against many of our beliefs. Absolutely. It's immensely irreverent. I do appreciate that thanks to the Irish, he at least gets to keep the saint next to his name, unlike Valentine. Poor St. Valentine got the same portion removed. Granted, it's a mouthful to say St. Valentine. There's a lot of syllables there, but come on, the man earned it. What was I thinking? Checking in on Jay's. Oh, he is here. He's in VC. So I'm going to read this prayer and I'll show St. Patrick's breastplate video while I head over and to start talking to him. But just real quick before we unmute in Discord, Hail, glorious St. Patrick, we honor thy name. Thou, Aaron may claim thee, the world knows thy fame. The faith of our fathers is our treasure too. How holy the thought that they learned it from you. Thou crossed through crosses and trials, its fires burn bright. They show us the way and the truth and the light. Great saint. Intercede that we always may be devoted and loyal, true children of thee. Our love and devotion be ever like thine. Our thought be of Jesus, our heart be his shrine. And when to the end of life's path we have trod, be near us, great bishop, anointed of God. Have to play Ireland's Call? Okay. I do love how poetic the Irish people have always been. Something about English, to be fair, there is a very valid argument that I've probably just not been exposed to a lot of not English poetry, given that I would not understand it, obviously. But I do have a great appreciation for, obviously, English poetry is immensely popular. English language poetry, I mean to say, no disrespect to Ireland. In that regard, but English language poetry, Shakespeare, but also Irish poetry goes even before tradition. I feel like goes even deeper and exists prior to Shakespeare. But just something beautiful about the intrinsic to the English language. It's a very poetic language. All right. No, that's not where we want to be. We want to be here. So you can show the video. Both of these kind of have aura. But I really like this one. This one feels like I can feel it.
I arise
Hello,
today
Jay.
through a mighty strength, the invocation of the Trinity,
There's
through belief in the threeness, through confession
ready in
of the
just a minute.
oneness
We're wrapping
of the
this
Creator
up.
of creation. I arise today through the strength of Christ's birth and his baptism, through the strength of his crucifixion with his burial, through the strength of his resurrection with his ascension, through the strength of his descent for the judgment of doom. I arise today through the strength of the love of the cherubim, in the obedience of the angels, in the service of archangels, in the hope of resurrection to meet with reward, in the prayers of patriarchs, in the predictions of the prophets, in the preaching of apostles, in the faith of confessors, in the innocence of holy virgins, in the deeds of righteous men. I arise today through the strength of heaven, the light of the sun, the radiance of the moon, the splendor of fire, the speed of lightning, the swiftness of wind, the depth of the sea, the stability of the earth, the firmness of rock. I arise today through God's strength to pilot me, God's might to uphold me, God's wisdom to guide me, God's eye to look before me, God's ear to hear me, God's word to speak for me, God's hand to guard me, God's shield to protect me, God's host to save me from the snares of devils, from the temptation of vices, from everyone who shall wish me ill afar and near. I summon today all these powers between me and those evils, against every cruel and merciless power that may oppose my body and soul, against incantations of false prophets, against black laws of pagandom, against false laws of heretics, against craft of idolatry, against spells of witches and smiths and wizards, against every knowledge that corrupts man's body and soul. Christ, to shield me today against poison, against burning, against drowning, against wounding, so that there may come to me an abundance of reward. Christ with me, Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ in me, Christ beneath me, Christ above me, Christ on my right, Christ on my left, Christ when I lie down, Christ when I sit down, Christ when I arise, Christ in the heart of every man who thinks of me, Christ in the mouth of everyone who speaks of me, Christ in every eye that sees me, Christ in every ear that hears me. I arise today through a mighty strength, the invocation of the Trinity, through belief in the threeness, through confession of the oneness of the Creator of creation. Amen.
Amen.
Larry.
The club, of course, being another great reason for why we love St. Patrick here. Fantastic prayer, one of my favorites. Play this. Is this? Let me know if which one of these is what we're looking for. Slothy. Larry. Hello, Larry. Ready or Not is actually still downloading.
It is. What's it
Yeah.
at?
77.
Oh, that's fine then. That actually works though, because we're still waiting on Beanie.
Yep. Perfection. Very nice. I actually never heard that before. Very cool. What was I thinking? Gotta give some credit to the Irish fighting spirit that, you know, they had to spend their entire existence next to the largest, most expansive empire to ever exist. And for the most part, kind of, you know, they obviously got conquered like a lot of people did and subjected to oppression and other things. But they held their own. They didn't give up all that time and kept their culture all the way through to now. So cheers to them. So it's literally. How have you been, Jay?
Been chilling. Took a nap. Big old nap.
Heck yeah. My window, it's hot in here. Oh.
There we go. I got more sounds now.
Heck yeah. I saw that you have more sound alerts, but it's all like still under chaos. It's just like you have more variety in the chaos noise risk.
Oh, this is for the tavern. This is for the tavern.
Oh, okay. Got you. Heck yeah.
Larry.
Soundboard expanded. A man with no name. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing today? Try these sound bits over here. I'm celebrating St. Patrick's Day today on stream since I missed, St. Patrick's Day. What was it? Monday, Tuesday? I had it all turned around Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Green lights. Really, one of the few times a year you'll see green lights on the channel. But blue clothing, because technically, or St. Patrick wore blue, not green. What was I thinking? And that's fantastic, Slothy. Tell us about that process. How has it been going? Something I went through a few years ago as well. It's a fantastic experience and an important one. As for a man with no name, just finish packing, watching a bit of Twitch before bed. Heck yeah. Packing up for what? Where are you going? I didn't realize this is not like fully round. Not my best polo. Caribbean cruise. Ooh, heck yeah. That's awesome. Well, what brings you here? I have somewhat of an idea, but it's good to have you.
Behold.
Tell us about yourself. Behold what? Oh my goodness. A fantastic combo, isn't it, man with no name? Heck yeah. Well, you're certainly welcome here. Ready or not, obviously just, a lot of people are playing it right now. New content being released.
It is right back.
Okay. Sorry about eating. I was having food like all day. Just got back from shopping, so. What was I thinking? But yeah. It's a game I've been playing for a long time, since before it was even officially released. So I played it in the beta version. It's a lot of fun. Obviously a lot of variety in there. You get the challenge and the, even kind of scare factor sometimes of playing it the legit way. And it can be a very difficult game. It's not an easy job, especially to do it right, and gives you different, whole new level of appreciation for the people who have to actually do that. And then, every now and again with your friends, and just feel like, taking a load off, you just grab a shotgun and remove faces of whoever you encounter. So it's fun.
I had to go antagonize Muchia.
Nice. What's she up to?
I think she's at work.
Got you. Oh yeah, she's leaving after work for her vacation.
Yeah, I was like, who else is doing this? And she was like, what? I don't think she's in the best moods, but I was like,
oh,
Larry.
Excellent. I am. Where is it? This one's my favorite. Prepare to have to catch up on a monstrous amount of events and news happens every time I leave the country for a week. Got you. My grandparents were known as in the family as the doomsday couple, because every time they left somewhere, something awful happened. Like they traveled to New York, and then a couple of days later was 9/11. There was a time they were in front of a tornado once. There was an assassination a little bit after them once. There's just a whole litany of things I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in the world. Pray for us while you're gone on your trip, apparently, if that happens. But certainly an interesting time to be alive. What was I thinking? Biggest regret, Slothy. That's a difficult one without getting exposing myself too much, saying the kind of things best left for confession. Like, just sin, man. That's it. The worst one would basically be it, and I know what that is, but we'll leave it there. What was I thinking? Because everything else, everything always works out, but that's, always the most challenging thing. But what was I thinking? I was saying that a lot. Oh, it was that, what games we play here. So Ready or Not is something that actually might be the first time I've played it on the channel. We're doing a lot of Siege recently. I play a lot of different games. Overwatch was not that long ago. Do an RPG series every week. If you're here for the Catholic tag, that's the one, the day a week where you're going to get the most of that. As our RPG streams, keep an eye out for those. Usually on Mondays, a little bit in flux right now because I'm moving. But last time you went on cruise, there's some sort of explosion in the sky in Wisconsin or something. Okay, all right. Wow. Did no context
Probably
on the
Carnival
explosion.
Cruise.
Just Wisconsin blew up. I have a friend who just told me today that they're moving to Wisconsin. Funnily enough, fireballs. Okay, where did the fireballs come from? Like, was there a wizard in town? Fireballs are raining on the Midwest. Was this like what, like tumbleweeds that caught on fire or something? Biggest regret was talking to you, Slothy. I would not say so. So a failed satellite re-entry just rained fire on Wisconsin. I mean, nothing wrong with cooked cheese. Lasagna, pizza. That works for me. What? Corrupt data found. Please verify my installation. I don't know. You just did it, Ron. Don't put this on me. They don't have an option for you when you're on the cruise? A man with no name? That surprises me. Would you not be able to attend it on like a stop? You ain't allowed to do that. It's not an excused absence. It's incredible that the company hasn't thought of that at some point. There's got to be a way for you to do it. There's still a church somewhere. Especially in the Caribbean. Don't give up. It's an obligation. Especially it's in Lent. Got you. Well, God wants you to have fun, but God also wants you to go to church. So pray that He provides you, and I'll pray for you that He provides for you a solution. Oh, is my back slothy? Offering it up. That's how it is. It's that's okay. I have my injections on Monday for the lower back, the lumbar spine. That'll hopefully be a massive pain reduction and stabilize me. That's good. A man with no name. It's an interesting name. Because you do thereby, by definition, have a name. That's an oxymoron. Because your name is a man with no name. So I guess it's just not true. But that's a really cool idea. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great options for meditation there. Nature is always good for that. Read about Jonah. I have Ron downloaded, but it's gave me an issue last time I ran it. So let's try this version. I'd put it at like a 9 or 9 to 11 right now, Slothy. Not trying to make a joke of that, just like, what the fuck? What is that sound? Okay. Alright, so both times I've tried to load it, it says verify installation, corrupt data found. How do I fix this problem without totally uninstalling it? Does that be a pain?
When you're opening it, are you clicking on Direct 11?
Yeah. There's 11, 12, clean mods, no
mods one. And then verify integrity of files once authenticating connection to Epic.
Okay, it's working so far, so that's good. Sorry, don't mean to chew ASMR, you guys. Family had a few surprises. My brother had to have a surgery. My cousin broke her collarbone. I am so sorry about all of that, Slothy. Our prayers for them, for, you know, them to get the growth out of it that God intends for them, for blessings upon them, for peace in their injuries, and for healing from their suffering. We'll remember them in my prayers, and I hope that you're doing all right with all of that. Keep us posted. Some ways, Man No Name says, in some ways, I'm not going to lie, hate cruises actually, it's nice to get to see other countries. Most of them are akin to floating palaces of decadence and debauchery. Amen to that. And you're stuck around all those people. It can be seemingly insufferable. So I wish you the best with that, but I am sure that you can find a way to cut out a slice for you and for your values. Just kind of gotta, figure your way around it. We all live in, around those environments a lot of time and have to find our place within them. What was I thinking? I get that you're stuck there and there's only so much you can do and so on and so forth. But you'll find things that are still fun. There's nothing wrong with fun. It's the manner in which you do it. I understand the people around you are going to be doing it in ways that are not healthy, but you can find your own way, and often that can end up having a big impact on people's lives and having ways that you yourself are edified by. I've met a lot of my best friends in places like that. True. Grandma says she wants to take you on a cruise and doesn't want to travel alone, or you to say no. Absolutely. Family's important, and you can owe that to her. And she's giving you the free gift of a cruise, so that's pretty awesome in its own right. So find a way to appreciate it in the sense that, you're doing it for her. Take a pride in that and a joy in that. True, it can be draining. it can be draining, but it's up to you to bring, to bring that side of it into it. And we put ourselves into some settings where life is going to drain us, and other settings in which we are going to be edified naturally and grow in it. They're going to rejuvenate us. And sometimes we have to be the ones that bring it there. And that's exactly what God put us in that place to do. So sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders. I'm sure you'll do fine. And make sure you find ways to, get privacy, to be able to do things on your own time when, those kind of people aren't around. Other stuff that allows you to get what you need in terms of time for reflection and growth and so on and so forth, and just rest. But otherwise, be the one who brings that there. Often the only way maturity spreads is by mature people placing themselves into positions where they have to deal with immature people. It's really the way it goes. Yeah. A lot of people don't lift themselves out of that. What was I thinking? It can be adapted to, the quote is about love, but it can be adapted to maturity. So paraphrasing with the adaptation, Venerable Volton Sheen would say, do not make someone's maturity conditional upon exposing them to your maturity. Do not make their behavior conditional to you exposing them to maturity, to your being around them. But rather see your maturity as the vessel through which that they will come to it themselves. Absolutely. And just, have fun, love people, be a kind guy and a friendly guy. And often, that will, people who are not necessarily predisposed to be in that position, you'll find, you'll be able to get them into a way in which they're receptive to that kind of behavior.
What's happening on? Okay. Cool. Very cool. Very epic. We can start shooting at people.
Heck yeah.
Body cams going off.
Body cams off. Heck yeah. What did you say about how when Beanie's gonna be here?
Widow. Oh yeah, he just hopped on. I don't know if he's gonna join the VC yet, but he just hopped on.
Okay.
Hopefully he joins the VC, because it's hard to figure out how the VC works in game. I think
got you.
The enemies don't even hear you anyways, so it's kind of boring. I wish the enemies could hear you.
That would be fun. At least have an option to turn it on.
This game would be a million times scarier if the enemies can hear you.
Oh, absolutely, like
aimbot.
Repo. Okay, heck yeah. Thank you for the follow, man with no name. Welcome to the club. Great to have you. I'm sending you a stream
show
together.
your feet. Oh yeah, I forgot that we could do that.
I mean, I can show my feet. It's an emote.
You know who else likes feet? Larry. And Silverback.
The only stream you watched for about a week, I'll definitely be back. Heck yeah. Well, I'm very grateful. And I understand that. You, of course, got a lot on your plate. Did Beanie just pop in?
When's the left ball reveal, Silverback?
I'm sorry?
It can be tonight if you want.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
You just gotta invite me to Ready or Not.
The invite to you. You're on Ready or Not?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
I believe him.
Just send me an invite. I'll join.
I have to... Beanie has to host because my thing ain't working.
You have to enable share chat as well.
Oh, I do as
You're gonna
well.
make me take my profile.
I think you're the one that has to do it.
No, you
gotta
hosted
do
it. You invited me.
No, you hosted it.
What?
Oh, there you go.
I hit
Oh, wait,
accept.
I can't join.
I got an invitation and I hit accept.
If you don't want me to
Now-
play, just tell me. I'll leave.
No,
No,
I
you
want
can
you
play.
here.
We need you here. We need
That's awful, man, with no name.
shields.
killer shot in this
It's
game.
kind of trashy.
And I have
Good, good.
real world experience.
Hell yeah. I can't make any remarks because I I don't want to get banned, but that's gonna be like that one meme where he's asking how fast that person's going.
I have a lot of experience clearing rooms from, you know, every time I've ever heard a noise in the house after dark.
That's fair.
There we go. Now you should be able to see me.
That's how I'm on my 5th cat.
Your feet?
Kid. I know, right? Man with no name.
Invite?
I'm gonna have to figure out which word I want to describe you by because I'm not saying a man with no name every time. I'm gonna call you name.
Call
What's
him
up,
man.
name? Call him man. What's up, my man?
I'm gonna send an invite to you guys.
Hey.
It says, are you guys even online?
Hey, can you hear me?
Joshua?
There you are.
That's an awesome name, dude.
I can
How are
hear
you
Can
talking?
hear me
How do you guys talk?
Call you Joshua.
Jack, how come I can see online?
What was that? You can't see me online? Oh shit, I'm probably appearing offline, aren't I? No, I'm appearing online.
Oh, it's because Ready or Not tab was minimized for some weird reason.
Gotcha. How unprofessional. That kid.
How do you guys talk in game?
I've
Hello?
never done it in game before. I've
Can
only
you
ever
hear
done it
me?
over Discord.
How do you? Is
We're
it
in the
V? Can you
shooting
guys hear me?
range.
Hello?
No, you can just
Hello?
talk and we're in the shooting range.
Hello?
I'm in Beanie's game.
Hello?
Hey, come over here. Over here.
Hello?
Not again, Slothy. This
you
is
guys
how you
hear me?
lost being moderator.
Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello?
My game hasn't
Hello?
even
Can
loaded
you guys
in.
hear me? We're just waiting on Jack. Over. He's still dark. He's reaching.
What's that, Joshua?
Is Jack is Jack here?
Ron's taking his time.
I don't know where Jack's at.
I'm here.
Like along this. See the chem light on the ground? Which one's Jack?
Jack, where you at?
Silverback, go in here.
Jack.
Stand on this chem light on the ground. Go ahead and stand on that chem light right over there. Right on the ground right over there.
Jack, can you come down here? We're standing on chem lights.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead and stand right over there. Stand.
Hopefully this fixes the lag. The problem is that they're all like on a different coast than I am. Oh my god. What have they done? Does it really? I never knew that.
I'm hit! I'm hit! Wait, let me go hide. Let me go hide first. Alright, come in here. I dare you. I dare you to come in here.
Why, game? Why? Why you struggle so? Ron is a
I hit myself! Ow!
very heavy game when it comes to these things. I don't know if they can even see me in here. I don't know why they can't hear me in game. Good to see you, man. How are you? So laggy. I'm not on the right coast for this, man. This ain't the right coast. We gotta fix this somehow. Rip is right. You almost forgot what you came for? Hold on 1 second. I have to scroll up too. Got out of the shower, so give you a minute. Sounds great. Heck yeah. I look forward to having you back. Or, well, no, you're coming out of the shower, but I heard you. You gotta get ready. Get situated. Quote from Google, but AI overview, what is besides Hebrew name, Jesus or Joshua? Okay, I can see that. Joshua is the English translation, it's original Hebrew name. Okay, Yeshua. Alright, I see that. That makes sense. Okay, so Yeshua is used both times. That makes sense. Gotcha. All meaning the same thing, but Jesus, follows a chain of translations from Greek to Latin to English. That makes sense. And I can see what we got there with that. Oh boy. OBS, what have you done? What just happened, bro? I'm scared. I'm afraid. An amen to that, Joshua.
Yo, put that cam light down.
I know there's somewhere in here where team killing is allowed. Sounds like they're doing it down here. This is where it sounds like it's coming from. Whoa. What in the world? Why am I back here now?
Dropping a light. Light stick out.
Is he just killing me? Is that what is happening here? Okay. Yep, that is exactly what's happening. Everything's about to get cursed, Joshua. Everything's about to get cursed. Oh boy. Guys, my latency is like 350. Can you guys move to the East Coast? I'm just watching, alright? I just like to watch.
Cam light out. One light. Dropping a light. Dropping a light. Light stick out. Cam light out.
Slothy, be healthy. Wake up in the morning, please.
Taser! Taser! LSPD! Hands up!
What's happening right now, bro? Oh, it looks like he's dead. dead? He's dead. I killed
How
him.
come Jared's muted?
I killed him, man.
How many people?
Slothy, we love you, but you can go to bed.
How many
It's been
walks?
great to have you.
Put your hands where I can see them.
There will be other streams. I suppose this is the one to stick around for since it is St. Patrick's Day.
Don't chase me. Don't chase me.
I feel that, Joshua.
Jack, I'm coming.
Yeah, can we not? Whoa, I've been dazed. That feels good. Oh!
Get down and don't move.
I'm here. Oh shit!
Sounds like he's okay. Heck yeah, Joshua.
Like stick out.
Anybody got away from the beer attack?
It's always just a great view, too.
All hell is
Yo.
breaking loose out there. The last thing we need is for people to start getting nervous about boats. Let's start it.
Fair enough, Slothy.
Jack might need to host or something. He's got bad ping.
What's happening? Everyone's very quiet.
I'm bleeding.
Jadu is very quiet. Why do I walk at like I move at a snail's pace? I love my shotgun.
Jack. What happened?
I'm scared.
Let's start it. Let's start it.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
What Alright, I'm leaving. This lag ain't too bad. Guys, am I gonna be able to play this game? My latency's at 150.
Is that what?
It's at 150 now. It's about as low as it goes.
That's probably fine. That's probably fine.
We'll see how an actual game goes. I am like at a snail's pace right now.
Can y'all hear me or no?
I can hear you.
Wait, how do I do local?
Oh, now you can hear me. Fuck.
Silverback, wait! Silverback, please.
Tend to not look. Don't believe you were meant to fly. Got you. Hope you got sea legs at least.
Alright, everybody, let's go to the briefing room.
Wait.
To the briefing
What's up
room.
with my scene? Everything's gone.
Hey, if you hit T, you can see each other's.
Hey, don't screen peek.
OBS, what are we doing?
Screen peek?
Don't scream peek. Jared, how did you switch to local chat?
I went into my thingy and I switched it to local. You gotta go to your audio. You gotta go to your audio. I wish there was like not push to talk and it was just normal talk though.
I guess you just have to push the talk. Fuck.
OBS is having a moment now.
Let's do hide and seek. I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh yeah, you guys
what's
need to
the
put
new
suppressors on those bitches.
We need to do the new DLC.
Bro, I don't have the key.
That sucks.
Yeah. You guys, come over here. Over here. Come here real quick. Jack. Quick. Jack.
We have to do a B or S.
Hold on, I need a moment.
B plus. So that means saving. It means protecting.
Where can I
and
put the
not
suppressor?
killing. Press F. And then you gotta for your layout. That you use 9 banks because we're gonna use 9 banks to try to detain people. We'll try to detain as much as we can.
Okay.
But
Yeah, everything's working. What is OBS doing? It is OBS. It's not Stream Elements.
We got.
It's for your 7th cruise at this point. Sea legs are a non-issue. That's good. Is there a way to set it so I don't have to hit V every time I want to speak? Like it just picks up my voice?
That's what I just asked. I don't think there.
Okay.
I don't.
Also, my OBS is completely fucked, so I might have to restart stream. I'll wait till Jay gets back so he can know that everything he needs to know about us. Jay, I need to...
Did it get really bad frame rate?
It's not just that, like everything else, everything that's like comes from another source, from a browser source, it's all not showing on screen now. Stream Elements, Amuse, all of it's gone. So I basically need to like restart OBS.
Click on Stream Elements and stuff, press refresh real quick. Sometimes it's
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
Press refresh.
Before we figure this out, you should look
back.
in chat right now.
What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ.
It's perfect.
That's horrible looking. It's horrible
It is amazing.
It's cursed.
I was literally rolling last night when I saw that when it was in development.
That is crazy.
Dude, you got such a fucking stash too. Like it is perfect for. It's like an air fryer stash, man.
Closer. It gets closer.
Got an air fryer stash, man.
God.
Keep some crumbs in there for later.
That's hilarious.
The chin is perfect.
I love like 20 chins. So click on like the source, like you'll see the browser source for it. Click refresh when you click on it. Also go to your settings. I'm gonna need you to change your ready or not settings because this will help your stream.
Okay, thank you. Well, if you can hear me, walk me through it. I'm in settings. I don't know if I can like hold down V for him to hear me. I won't be able to talk in game while I'm looking at settings because I have to hold down V and it won't let me while I'm in settings. So just like I'll go in settings, you walk me through it.
Okay, so go to settings and then when you see full screen, if it's selected as that, select full screen windowed or windowed full screen. And then should be where it says screen mode. It should say full screen. The other one, there should be one up above. So have that one saying full screen. And then have the one where it says screen mode. It's up of that. Have it go full screen windowed. And then press apply. It should kind of reset it back a little bit, and then you scroll, go to advanced, because I think advanced has it on it, and then click on, advanced will be at the top. It'll be a grade tab, you click on it. If you find anything that says FPS limit, or like FPS in general, anything that says FPS, immediately set it to 60. So you'll see ones that say like FPS limit, and if it's disabled, then enable it and set it to 60. Because what this is going to do is fix the stutter with OBS. And then there should be one that says, there should be a couple more FPS ones. But if you don't see any, then you should be good. I would scroll up real quick. I want to see if I can find one more. So this frame limit, which you already did. And then go back to basic. The previous tab that you were at, that's next to advanced.
Okay, man. You should definitely send him those. I'm sorry that like it happened at a time where we're distracted, but like I am fucking in love with those. You better send them to him.
There should be one that's like helmet FPS, and then there should be like Opta wands FPS. Make sure those, if they have their limit taken off, enable it and set it to 60.
Enjoy your
That
dinner
way
though.
It will help you with graphics, and it will like give it a set style on it. And then when you have those, make sure those are good to go, and then press apply, and you should be good for it to not lag as much.
Heck yeah. Thank you, thank you. Should I put a
And then
latency
for
on it all?
OBS, no,
Okay.
because then it will kick you out. So with when it comes to OBS and stuff, if you refresh the browser source,
I did, and unfortunately did not work.
here, let me see.
Boo.
But you should
So you have one that's like it's the.
All right. What you have to do
you
is
should
have to
accept
click
the
Y on your
offer of the
keyboard.
emotes. I need you to have the Fat J emotes. They're fucking amazing.
How we doing, squad?
Yeah, I'll accept the offer.
I think we should all hit Y on our keyboard real quick.
Hang on. So Jack, when it comes to your OBS, make sure you click on where it says sources and stuff, and you see like your stuff. Make sure you click on it, and there should be a thing that pops up like right under like where you can see your screen, like your preview screen. It should say like refresh. If you click on it and it doesn't work, go into Stream Elements and then just copy whatever like GUI you have for it, and then just repaste it.
Okay.
But honestly, for a game like this, you probably wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of overlay on it. You probably want it to be like ultra realistic. So back to you, press Y. Shame. Shame. Greedy.
Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, no, it's just not gonna work. We're as good as we're gonna get. Since you guys couldn't see it on stream earlier, given the
Brainy, I'm gonna need you to
the fact that chat's not there. I mean, you could see if you were in chat, but. Oh boy. By the time it's gonna get even worse, given that chat's working. Why is nothing else working? Okay, apparently we do have an operational stream elements thing. It's so weird.
Doc reporting.
Silverback
We no longer have
crash.
control of negotiations. You are
Crash? Yeah, we gotta post. Yeah, because it does that every once in a while.
You are being actively monitored. Remember your ROA.
Yeah, chat, I'm gonna exit OBS and come back. I'm gonna end the stream. We'll be back in just a second.
I don't even have the mask.
You have to change.